Good evening, everyone. This is 11:30 Nigerian time. Welcome to my live broadcast. So this evening, we are going to look into so many things. There are very important discussions that we are going to have tonight. Please, this discussion, I want your contribution. So it's going to be like question and answer. So if you have any question, and if someone asks question on the comment section, you can equally answer it. So these are the things that I want us to look into this evening. Number one, Tinubu's 1 year in office. Remember that that was May 29 last year. Tinubu was sworn in as the president of Nigeria. Now we are still in the month of May. So we are going to talk about what has Tinubu done in his 1 year in office. And not only that, we are still going to talk about what does 1 year mean? You know, when they are talking about Tinubu is 1 year in office, and a lot of persons are thinking, oh, 1 year is too small. 1 year is too small. But when it comes to political system of Nigeria, president, governors, they only work in their first and second year, because in their third year, they will be talking about election that will usher them into another dispensation. Now, we're still going to talk about why people are saying don't talk about 2027 election, because Tinubu is going to buy everybody. He's going to buy INEC. He's going to bribe everybody. He knows how to bribe his way out. We are still going to discuss that fact. Now, we are still going to discuss Itobi's mistake in 2023 that made APC to rig the election against him. So everybody knows that the 2023 presidential election was rigged against Mr. Itobi. So we are still going to discuss what made it possible for them to rig this election against the Labour Party. We are still coming to that. Now, we are still going to talk about Itobi going to other party. Is he remaining in Labour Party? So that will also be a topic of discussion in this live broadcast. And the last thing we are going to discuss there is about the Northern mobilization support for Mr. Itobi, which has begun. It's an interesting time ahead of this discussion. So please stay with me to the end. And don't forget, as this discussion is going on, type your questions on the comment section, and don't bother about the night here, because as you can see, it's about 11:32 now Nigerian time. It is night over here. So first of all, let's go into the discussion, Tinubu's 1 year in office. Before I begin with that, I think I have to ask a question. If you are a Tinubu supporter, I'm not against anyone. It is your choice to support him. But my question is, if you can name one thing Tinubu has done good since he assumed office as the president of Nigeria, I will give you 10,000 naira. Just one. I didn't say two. I didn't say three. Just one thing that Tinubu has done as a president of Nigeria that people will say, oh, this thing he did is very good. What Tinubu did is so nice. This policy is good. It's favorable to the economy. It's favorable to the Nigerian people. This policy is awesome. This project, Tinubu has completed it. Tinubu has done it, or he has done that. Just name one thing that Tinubu has done as a president, and I'm going to give you 10,000. So that is a challenge for those who are supporting Tinubu. It's a good thing to support whoever you want to support. So I'm not against you supporting anyone, but just name one thing your president has done good for Nigerians. Now, let us quickly talk about what 1 year mean. When I'm talking about Tinubu is 1 year in office, what does it mean? What does it mean? Now, let me tell you something. You know, in the political calendar of Nigeria, it is just 4 years. And this 4 years is not 4 years as people think. 2 years is for governance, and 2 years is for a nation. I know you don't know this. People don't think about this. But the honest truth is that 2 years is for governance, another 2 years is for a nation. So definitely, if Tinubu is unable to deliver his first year, and we are entering the second year from next month, there is no how he can deliver. Now, let me go back to tell you the importance of 1 year in office, why they celebrate 1 year in office, why people talk about 1 year in office. When every government comes in, let me say a new government to say, as worst as Buhari was then, when Buhari assumed office as president, his first year, people were saying Buhari's effect, things were going well. Things was going before everything scattered, before he started using corruption, his policy and everything to scatter everywhere. Now, the first year of Tinubu is nothing to write about, because this is the first year that Tinubu is supposed to impress Nigerians, to make them believe that he is going to work, even though he did not work the rest of the years. But the first impression, as they say, matters a lot. So this first year is very important in every administration. Administration of Goodluck Jonathan, it was so awesome. The Yar'Adua's was so awesome. So I didn't take good cognizance of the first administration of Obasanjo, because that time I was not interested in politics. I was in school. So what I'm saying is that this first year of Bola Tinubu, he has failed. It is obvious. There is nothing. His policies, project, everything, nothing is going well with our country, Nigeria. Now, let us talk about why people are saying, don't talk about, Tinubu 2027, because Tinubu is going to rig his way out. He's going to make sure that he bribe by neck. Tinubu is going to bribe anybody that comes his way. Tinubu is going to do that. And a lot of persons are saying this. See, the greatest mistake Nigerians will make in 2027 is to believe that Tinubu won 2023 election. So that is why after this, we are going to talk about the mistakes so many Nigerians made, including P2B, that led APC to rig against him, to switch off the database of the beavers that was counting the presidential election electronically, and immediately uploading to the IREV and so on and so forth, and all those things that has gone wrong. So now, if you talk about 2027 election, that people are not going to support Tinubu, especially the North, the South, the East, so many people are against his administration now, people will say, forget about 2027 election because Tinubu is going to buy his way out. Who has bewitched us? Yes, we know that Tinubu is so corrupt. Even before the presidential election of 2023, he said that if people are challenging our victory, we should grab it, we should snatch it, we should do all those things and so on and so forth. But to be sincere with you, 2023 general election, it was designed that if someone rigged it, the person will succeed, because, people who went into that election did not prepare very well. Now, a lot of people trooped out to vote for P2B, people voted for PDP, and some persons voted for APC Bola Tinubu. Now, the question is, P2B did not prepare very well. P2B did not have enough polling units, agents in all the whole country. Labour Party is just like a new party, like all this AAC that Omoyole are using to vie for presidential elections and so on and so forth. So Labour Party was not having that ground. Like my state, P2B won the presidential election, I think, with a 360-something thousand vote before Tinubu. But if I tell you that the vote of P2B was almost 700,000, so how they were able to rig it down to that 300,000 that they gave him is a nonsense something. P2B's vote in Plateau State, how they were able to rig it down from 1 million to almost 500,000 something is a joke. Lagos State, how they were able to rig it from almost 1 million to 500,000, it was a joke. So these are the mistakes that P2B knew that, yes, I think this was our own fault, because they were able to put machineries in place that could stop the rigging of election against them. And I think that is the mistake that they would not like to make in the next election. So please, you can type your question. You can type your question so that we will interact and understand better what other people are still thinking, what you are still thinking. Your opinion matters a lot about this. So type your question, anything you want to ask about this topic we are discussing. So, if some persons are saying that Tinubu should be left alone in 2027, are you in support of that? For me, the reason why some persons are saying it because of what they expect in 2023. So many people have not, participated in an election before in Nigeria. I have been on it. PDP, that was their work. They used to write the election result. This is what I've been seeing right from my childhood. So it's not a new thing to me again. I've been seeing it right from my childhood. I've died the election. PDP will void so many votes in our polling unit then. I was small later, but I was seeing them doing all those things, and everybody was comfortable with it. It was highest rascality. So growing up, seeing all these things taking place, I knew that for you to win the election in Nigeria, especially the presidential election, you must put machineries in place to make sure they stop the rigging of the election. Now, I know that when you see P2B's movement now, the way he's making his movement, So many of his supporters did not understand it. I saw so many people on social media saying that, oh, because this movement is confusing. Why is he aligning with this, with that? That is politics. So if you don't understand politics very well, you pay close attention to those who are playing the politics. Peter B is not going there to make sure that he will defame his name or succumb to pressure to work with somebody and so on and so forth. But there are some modalities he himself must put in place to make sure that 2027 election will not be like 2023 election. Because the problem of Peter B in 2023 election is not all about the vote. Peter B had the vote. He had the support of the people. When you talk about vote, I don't think anyone wants Peter B the presidential election, though it's my opinion, and I'm entitled to my own opinion. So I don't think that Peter B was defeated in 2023 election, but the problem is his vote. So Nigerian election is all about your vote. It's all about your ability to protect your vote. Peter B was unable to protect his vote. So when you are seeing the movement of Peter B now, it's all about protecting his vote. Who are going to support me from this side? Who are going to support me from this side? Politics is a game of bargain. So quickly, there is a story I want to tell you. Why Goodluck Jonathan lost his second presidential election. When he was a president, he lost the election. I want to tell you why he lost the election. Now, quickly, Yar'Adua died. So he has not completed his tenure when he died. So Jonathan, as the vice president, according to the constitution, have to assume as the president of Nigeria. He assumed office and the responsibility of the president. He acted as a president. So he contested the election, he won. After winning the election, the Northerners told him, Yar'Adua was supposed to do this 8 years. After then, it will go to the south. Now, you have interrupted the political DNA of rotation in Nigeria. What we are going to do in 2015, allow the Northerners to go. After the Northerners finish going, the South can also go. You can come out, we will still support you. So Jonathan refused. That was how they conspired against him. Both Atiku Abubakar, so many people conspired against him and make sure they voted and rigged him out of office. So that was why Jonathan lost the election. Now, when you look at the Tobis movement, Atiku is saying that if PDP should zone the presidential ticket to the southeast, that he is going to support P2B. Now, PDP ought to know what they're supposed to do. Even in their constitution, it's enshrined that there must be power rotation. So, if PDP did not zone presidency to the south, it's definitely they're still going to lose. There is no two ways about that, because even the G5 governors' wicked rascality, it was justified because they wanted to support the southern candidate, but I know that was not. It's not that they wanted to support the southern candidate, but they were looking for their own selfish interest. So what I'm trying to say is that that was the reason why Goodluck Jonathan lost the presidential election. So out of context. Now, let us come back to what I was discussing. The reason why P2B is making all this movement is to protect his vote. If he have people, because most of his votes in northern Nigeria, it was cancelled. They did not count his vote in northern Nigeria. Nobody even knew that they lied against P2B to them. Do not vote for this. Even people who voted for them, their vote they voided. Upon the whole, he won Abuja, he won Nasarawa, he won Plateau, all those places. He won Southwest Lagos, which is one of the most populated area in Nigeria. So I'm trying to tell you why P2B is making all these movements. So you shouldn't think that, oh, this man is just trying to succumb to pressure, or he's trying to, be a running mate to anybody. No, that is not what is going on. That is politics. This is the time of doing that. And that is why I'm telling you that as Tinubu's first year in office has finished now, this second year, that is the only year Tinubu has to deliver the dividends of democracy to the people. After this year, the next year, they will be talking about election. Yes, next 2 years, because they will prepare for primary election, they will start campaigning and so on and so forth. Everywhere will be rowdy. They will not see chance to do, projects and so on and so forth. So that is why I'm saying that as Tinubu did not deliver in his first year, he has already failed. That is a complete failure. There is no two ways about that. Now, I was talking about P2B's mistake. It was not just mistake anyway, but I call it mistake because as a seasoned politician in Nigeria, he ought to know that when you don't have, polling unit agents who are standby resisting rigging and resisting also, the snatching of ballot boxes and so on and so forth, it will be difficult for you to win an election. I could remember what happened in my own polling unit then. People were on ground, making sure that things did not take place, things that are wrong did not take place. You know what happened? They have to take the results to the INEC office where they rewrite it in my local government headquarters. That was what took place because people were on ground, refusing that this thing must be as it is. You can't tamper with the result. When people are many, chorusing their voices and so on and so forth. So that was what really happened. And I believe that is why P2B is making all this movement, trying to make sure that he will have an alignment, he will have partners, he will have a merger, even though people who are merging with him are on the background, even though they are not on the ballot. People must not be on the ballot before they merge with you. So people who will merge with him must not be on the ballot. So if you have questions about what I am saying now, please ask your question so that it will be an interactive session. You can type it on the comment section, please. Now, let us talk about P2B going to another party, because a lot of persons have asked that question. Is P2B going to another party? Well, for me, I don't really know, but there is something more important than another party. We are talking about a candidate that people trusted, a candidate that people believe that, oh, this man will be able to deliver the dividends of democracy. This man will be easy to call out. Now, Tinubu is not doing things that are pleasing Nigerians, but you can call that Tinubu because he won't listen. If you talk, he won't listen because he will feel that, oh, I know how I got my mandate. You are not the one that gave me the mandate. I became president not because of your vote. So these are the things I am thinking that maybe that is one of the problems we are having about politics in Nigeria. Okay, Mr. Daniel, good evening or good morning. What is the time you say? Is Atiku trustworthy? For me, when it comes to politics, nobody is trustworthy. Just take this word. When it comes to politics, nobody is trustworthy, but interest of people is politics. Now, Atiku said something. Atiku said that he is not retiring as a politician. Now, here is the deal. If Atiku is not retiring as a politician, so after the Southern regime, they will zone it to the north. Atiku will definitely get the ticket to contest, and he might likely win. But he cannot win the election without the support of someone like P2B in the south. So his interest is the president to become president. So he has to support P2B. So politics is a game of interest. Atiku must protect his interest to make sure he supports P2B, so that when they zone it to the north, if God keep him alive, if he's still alive till then, now he will say, I supported P2B from the east. So this is just a political calculation that these people are trying to do. That is why suddenly everyone wants P2B now. The whole northern and say we want to support P2B because they know that if P2B partners with you as a northerner in the north, you will win. So that is why they want to support P2B now. So Mr. Abia the Best, okay, that is your handle's name. I don't really know your name, Abia the Best. Good evening. He says, if you still believe in one Nigeria, that means you will never wake up from your sleep. Yeah. You might not be wrong from what you are saying if you still believe in one Nigeria. Now, there is something I want to let you know. Even though you don't believe in one Nigeria, even Tinubu don't believe in one Nigeria, Atiku don't believe in one Nigeria, even P2B knows that Nigeria in this form, in this system, is not supposed to be like that. Everybody knows that one Nigeria, as we were amalgamated together, that it was a mistake. Everybody knows. But so we should fold our hand because we don't believe in one Nigeria and allow these people to kill us. Because we don't believe in one Nigeria, we should not say, if we do not fight for this, our children will come and fight it. So even though you don't believe, this is the mistake a lot of people are making. This is the mistake we are making. So you believe in one Nigeria, you do not believe in one Nigeria. If you think that all these regimes, like Buhari regime or Tinubu, will allow you to have a referendum or have a national conference where you will have your referendum, you are joking. You need a good government for you to have a secession. Ojukwu declared Biafra Republic, right? Abiola's wife last month here declared Oduduwa Republic, right? But we need a government that can listen. All these people don't listen. That is why you must support a good candidate that will listen to you and understand that Nigeria is ripe for regional government, that Nigeria is supposed to be returned to regional government. So if you do not do this, see, if I am the leader of secessionist group, if I am the leader of Oduduwa Republic, if I am the leader of maybe IPOB or any group at all, Niger Delta, Vengeance, name them. If I am the leader of all this group, as I am championing my secession fight, I will make sure I also champion a good candidate that will become a president that can listen. Now, this is what I mean. I don't mean a president that will come out and divide Nigeria, or a president that will come out and do rubbish. A president that will understand what law means. You think Buhari or Tinubu understand what law means? Do they respect human rights? They don't. So even though you want to secede out of Nigeria, you need a good government to secede. Now, let me tell you, when you come to other continents, not in Africa, like in America, in Europe, if a country wants to succeed, you don't hear of war, you don't hear of all this intimidation. They will just conduct a referendum. They will go because they have a good government. So when you are talking about freedom, there are so many ways to fight this, because these people sitting there, because of what they are benefiting, because of the Western powers using them, they will not allow you to go. If you do anything, they will carry arms, they will kill people, they will go away with it. So it is time for us to make sure, as you are championing your secessionist fight, either Oduduwa or the Northern Arewa or the Eastern Biafra, make sure that your people have someone that will listen, because politics is so powerful. So many countries that have divided, they divided because they have people in the parliament who are ready to secede. When Great Britain, when they were about to separate from European Union, who did it? They did it because their politicians want it. They want to separate. That is how it is being done. So let us go to next question. It says, okay, Mr. Dainago says, Reno Mokri is really angry about articles of this support. What is your opinion? Yes, definitely. You know, sometimes I don't like to talk about Reno Mokri. The reason why I don't like talking about Reno Mokri is because there is someone Reno Mokri is accusing, that is P2B. Have you ever seen where P2B replied Reno Mokri? Reno Mokri is going to exhaust everything he have. After exhausting it, he will understand that all those his posts is not affecting P2B. Let him post from today to tomorrow. It's not even affecting P2B's shoe, talk less of his hair, talk less of his name or reputation. So all those things does not affect him. So I know that he is not happy because, you know, Atiku met with P2B and he was happy. Atiku posted it, that it was a privilege and honor to meet P2B. That was what made Reno Mokri to be very angry. Wow, my boss is now saying that it's an honor to meet this man. So that is why I'm saying leave politics for politicians. Reno Mokri is not a politician. He was just lucky that he was appointed as a spokesperson to Goodluck Jonathan. Reno Mokri is not a politician, so he don't even know what is going on. Even though he is there now trying to defend Tinubu, trying to pay allegiance to Atiku, you can't serve two masters at the same time. So all those things Reno Mokri is doing, he's not just a politician. So he's just there trying to run, gain popularity. You know, his Facebook has this, what do they call it? It is called bonus. There is a program Facebook do bonus. When people like your post, when people comment on your post, they will give you money. So he makes money from all those things. So most of the things that motivate people is money. So let me quickly go to next. It says, freedom is not given. We will take it. Absolutely. So as power. You know, Tinubu told you people before election that they don't dash people power. And he told them, in the next election, if you are challenged, grab it, snatch it, and run away with it. And you saw what happened. So if you think that maybe you will just be singing, we want to leave Nigeria, we want our own country, you think you will get it through the words of your mouth? Don't you learn your lessons? Yes, as you are championing the cause, it's very good to champion it. But make sure that, you know, you involve political strategies as well. You must have people there who will not tell them to carry soldiers to do python dance. If your politicians are with you, that python dance they did in the east, they're supposed not to do it. How many python dance are they doing in the north where Boko Harams are? How many python dance are they doing in the northeast where bandits are killing people? How many python dance? It is time for you people to understand that secessionists copy from countries who have divided. So many countries have divided into two in peace or in war. But before you can do that, you must have people in politics. So send your senators, send your House of Rep, tell them this is what we want. You are not going back to that seat. If you do not carry out what we want, sign agreement. Until we begin to understand that if you don't have a good person, look at when this secessionist issue started during Goodluck Jonathan, you know what Goodluck did? Let me say this, Goodluck is a good president. Despite the pressure around him, despite everything that happens to him, Goodluck was a good president. He was a good president. He called the whole country in a national conference. He said, let us discuss if Nigeria wants to be one again. Goodluck did it. That is the kind of president I'm trying to tell you. That time Wazirike Masop was doing all sort of things. But, you know, some persons make sure that Wazirike will be released. But someone like Buhari will not close his eyes and see that someone like Nnamdi Kanu will be released. This is what I'm trying to tell you. That you need a good leader to do your secessionist fight. So you can just continue to do that. If you are doing one thing, it's not working, you have to change strategy. So I believe with you and agree with you that freedom is not given, but we will take it. But the strategy that you will use to take it matters a lot. Now he says, politics is not powerful. We, the people, are more powerful. Yes, I agree with you. We, the people, in one condition. Politics is not powerful than the people, but in one condition. The condition is that the people must be the people of one mind. If me and you, we are not working with one mind, there is nobody. Because if you are doing this, I'll be working against you. If I'm doing this, you'll be working against me. So there is no unison of purpose. We are not going to achieve anything. So that is something that we must understand, that until we begin to work in one purpose, it is not going to be okay. It's not going to be yielding result for us. So Voice Over School, I don't really know your name. That is your handle. He said, I'm sorry, but I think Reno is just useless. Anyway, of course, nobody takes Reno serious. I don't really know why some people are taking him serious. People are not taking him serious. So he's not someone that people should take serious. So he is just trying to make money. Yes, he's just trying to make money. You know, there is money in Facebook bonus. When you post, people react to your content that you post, your pictures, everything. People comment. Facebook called it a supportive bonus, something like that. So that is what they are using to make money, that every time he will be posting. Yes, I learned that in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, or 2021, that he was the one handling P2B's Twitter. So P2B took it away from him. I don't really know what went wrong. So that is the issue he had with Mr. P2B. And right from that time, he started campaigning against him and so on and so forth. Maze Mpaka and I say hi. Good evening everyone. So that is it. Reno Mokri is not someone that we should take serious. Mr. Daniel Ago says, can anything stop Tinubu from winning in 2027 election? So that is what we have been discussing though. INEC and the judiciary are still unchanged. Yes, this is the fear of almost everyone. This is the fear of so many P2B supporters, because they are afraid that INEC chairman cannot be there before 2027. I was discussing with some Northerners who are mobilizing with the P2B. Maybe I'm going to share their TikTok account. These people have grown their TikTok account, going to 1 million followers on TikTok. And what are they doing? They said they lied to them about Mr. P2B in 2023, that in 2027, that is not going to be business as usual, that they are going to campaign for Mr. P2B, come rain, come sun. So they are gaining a lot of support from well-meaning Nigerians. Now, your question is, can anything stop Tinubu from winning 2027 election? My answer is absolutely yes. Absolutely, yes. We are going to discuss that. But before we discuss that, let me tell you something. I'm a kind of person that where my conscience is, that is where I found peace. If you think, for example, you say, oh, I don't think that Tinubu will lose 2027 election. There is no need for us to do this. There is no need for us to do that. So at the end, your conscience will also be judging you. I am a kind of person that I don't support you because I know whether you will win, you will lose. It's not my primary responsibility. My primary responsibility is to support who I think will be a good president. Is to support who I think that will be a good leader. Is to support who I think that will deliver. If the person win, good for me. If the person lose, I will still be happy. You know why? I know I supported the right person. Just imagine how I am, how my mind works and my emotion works. If I had supported Tinubu in 2023 presidential election, now I will not find peace. I won't find peace because of what is going on. If I had supported Tinubu, now I won't find peace. Where am I going to see peace? Because I can't close eyes to see why I support failing. And I know that someone I'm supporting can fail when he eventually wins the election. So this is what our mindset should be reading. You should be happy that you did not support who is messing up Nigeria. Do you know how many costs people are laying upon him and people who supported him? Do you know how many costs people are laying upon him? So what I'm trying to tell you is that even though someone whom you are supporting, stick with that person. Either the person win or the person lose, your conscience will be free. So many people are crying today. Do you know why they are crying? This is not the government I supported. This is not, according to Asari Dokubo, this is not Bola Tinubu I used to know. This is not Bola Tinubu I used to know. Tinubu has changed. Amend your ways now. That is what Asari Dokubo is now crying. So my own peace of mind is that I supported someone that I know that he has competence, capacity, and character. So even though he did not win, I still found peace. We told you people before the election that Tinubu is not going to do anything. If you are a Tinubu supporter, name one thing good Tinubu has done since he assumed office. And I'm going to give you 10,000 naira right now. Just one thing. I didn't say two. As a president who have led for 1 year now, and after the second year, the administrative period is finished. They'll start doing election things. Name one thing good that Tinubu has done. Just name it. Absolutely nothing. Are you going to say removal of fuel subsidy when you don't know that Tinubu never removed fuel subsidy? He's still paying fuel subsidy. And the fuel is so expensive and he's still paying it. So where are we? Where are we? Nigerians don't even know what is going on. So sometimes I think we have to improve. The national television, the Channels Television and Rise New TVC, they have to improve the way they report to Nigerians. How many Nigerians know that the subsidy Tinubu removed, that Tinubu is still paying the subsidy? If not from Erufai, from Bachelawa, former SSG, and all those people who are telling Nigerians, this man is still paying for subsidy, even though those people are still saying that because of their selfish gain, and so on and so forth. So that is what we are going to know about this. So don't be scared of supporting Mr. P2B or whoever you want to support because Tinubu is there as a president. Goodluck Jonathan was defeated when he was president. And like what I'm seeing now, it's not what we are going to be talking about. But with what I'm seeing, you yourself, are you still going to vote for Tinubu in 2027? Absolutely no. And you will say, they will still switch off the INEC server and so on and so forth. So you think they will switch off the INEC server in 2023? In 2027, they will switch it off? We'll turn Nigeria upside down. According to Shore, he said that the Labour Party was mobilizing before the election. And when they knew that the election was rigged, they stopped mobilizing. That was the time the revolution was ripe. Anyway, Nigeria is like a country where everyone is following different roads, looking for a way out. People who are looking for secession, people who are looking for good governance first, people who are looking for revolution. Everyone is just on the channel. We are looking for a way out of this mess we are in. If our fathers had fought this fight, by now we could have been enjoying it. So if we refuse to fight it, I'm sorry to say this, our children will still come out and begin to fight it. So it is better let us just fight it. Let us just do what we want to do and leave everything. So we are not going to give up in the fight. Mr. Paul Okeke, say good job. Thank you so much. Good morning, Mr. Paul Okeke. Please type your questions. It's an interactive section. Let us talk together. I am reading some comments. So that is what I am saying. Tinubu, even those people who supported Tinubu, they are crying. So many of them are regretting the cost of fuel, inflation, everything. And this is the reason why, Daniel Lago says, hopefully, Tinubu can give us a new constitution. Also, I think that a confederation government will be excellent for Nigeria. Otherwise, when another Fulani comes to power, we'll be in trouble. Absolutely, confederation is a very, very, very good something. You know, in my previous videos, especially in the last 2 months, that is what I talk about. Why Nigeria must return to the regional government. Regional government is very important. It's very important. Where each region will have the ability to manage their own resources, have their own security. Imagine, what is Igbo man who is a policeman doing in Hausa land when you don't know road? Hausa policemen don't know road in our area, so they can't fight insecurity. So as the soldiers, people who are in the bush there, they need local security agents. We need to manage our own security for us to be able to fight these bandits. And people don't know why I'm afraid if I'm talking about this kidnapping, because our mothers, our fathers, they are no longer going to fund it in Upland this year, and it's going to be something that is dangerous. It's going to cause inflation next year, because many people did not plant. People will be thinking that all is well. All is not well, because when the time of harvesting comes, it is going to be a very, very bad something. Because how are you going to manage the harvesting period when you did not plant? So inflation will go up. Everything, the little things that we have been producing. So there is nothing to harvest in next year. And Tinubu is not even trying to make things better. They are not putting this security at the forefront of their budget, of everything they are doing. So that is why I continue to share the video of that Northern Mobilization woman, Haja Natak or something like that. The name is difficult for me to pronounce. He said that Tinubu called him during the campaign, invited him to London. He booked a hotel for her, and they liaised together. Tinubu was asking her to be the woman mobilization for him in the north. He said, no, please tell me your plan. Tinubu told her that I don't have plans for Nigeria, because if I want to have plans, if I bring my blueprint, they might even kill me. In other words, there is a power that controls these people. There are some cabals, whether it's an occultic or I don't know, but they are the people who control these people. Mr. Dapada, good evening. He says, I feel even if P2B comes to power, he will still encounter lots of obstacles. Yes, there is no doubt about that, Mr. Daniel. If P2B becomes the president of Nigeria today, P2B will still encounter so many problems, but there are some things that P2B will do different. P2B will increase the production. You see, one of the problems that Nigeria is facing now is production. When P2B was campaigning, he was telling us that he's going to turn Nigeria from consumption to production. And for you to do that, you need to stop security. You know, P2B, people believe him because he's a man that acts to his words. Now, after the election, what P2B has done is enough for people to believe this man, that if this man is president, he can work. So, if there is no inflation, you can buy food cheap in the market. It will reduce kidnapping. Some persons were cooking soup. They thieved their pot of soup. It is happening because of hunger. So when we go into production of so many things, see, if an Igbo man tells you that he's going to turn your city into a production city, believe him. So that is what they are good at. Nigeria need to be producing. Nigeria is not producing anything at all. We are not producing anything. So that is the first thing. The second thing is insecurity. Insecurity must go with dialogue, must go with good economy, must go with military power again. As you are negotiating, you will be matching them violence to violence. You will be doing all those things. So I so much believe in the capacity of this man, because he's a man that we have seen. You see, so many people who campaigned and contested for presidential election. It's only Showram P2B I'm seeing that are active. Where are others? What are they doing? So if they still become president, that is how they are still going to act. Peter B is not doing this because he's contesting for president. I know Peter B right from time. This is how he has been running up and down, going to Haiti, go to here, go to here. It is his nature. People knows him. So it's not because of anything that makes us to talk about this. So I believe what you said, Mr. Daupa Dainel. Mr. Dainelago says Obi has not convinced enough that he will go for only one tenure comes 2027. It's not everything Obi will put on social media. There is a deal. When I mean there is a deal, at the beginning of this video, I was talking about why Goodluck Jonathan lost the election. Because he violated the political DNA of zoning in Nigeria. When Yaradua died, it was the northern tenure because Obasanjo has finished his 8 years. Yaradua just entered, he died. Goodluck continued again. Another southerner. That was why he lost the election. Everybody was against him. So there was a deal because of that, because Atiku now is interested to become a president of Nigeria. Come 3031, if he's still alive. That is Atiku's plan. And for him to achieve that, he must support P2B. Because for him to become president, he needs P2B. This is a political arithmetic that these people has drawn. So I believe I answer your question, Mr. Daniel Ago. Now you answer another question. So from 3031, only one tenure of 5 years, as Obi said. That is if Obi win as a president. If he win the election, as he said, that he's going to propose for 5 years tenure of every president. You rule once, you go away. You rule once, you go away. Sorry. I think that will be good, but people are still going to deliberate on it. It's not like a policy of a Tinubu. Tinubu will come out and say subsidy is gone. He don't have minister, he don't have anyone. He just come out and say subsidy is gone. Subsidy is gone. Now people are suffering. There is no minister, no cabinet. The day they are swearing you in, you say subsidy is gone. And you follow their back and begin to pay subsidy. He started using our forest reserve to back up Naira. He messed up everything. Everything he messed up. So that is a story for another day anyway. Mr. T-Man, Ebuta, good evening. Say, if you said it is a deal, what deal did you come to explain? That is what I'm telling you. You know, some persons were thinking that Obi want to be vice president to Atiku. That is not it. Obi don't want to be a vice president to Atiku. Atiku is more interested for Obi to become president because that is his own chance of becoming president. If Obi become president, definitely Atiku have more chances of becoming president after P2B. Because if they zone it to the north, Obi is a very good ally to Atiku right from time. He has been a running mate to Atiku. Definitely is going to support Atiku to becoming Nigeria president. So that is the deal that is not on social media, but it's not what we can explain now because politicians can change their mind. They can re-strategize and line and realign every time. So until that time, you won't know what they are doing. Say, thanks, not everything on social media. Yes, absolutely, not everything on social media, because if you start bringing out news now, people can change their mind. Politicians can change their mind. That is what they are good at. They can realign tomorrow now and said, no, they don't want that strategy again. What are you going to do? The news you have put on online, people will be calling it fake news, whereas it wasn't fake news. So that is the deal. Mr. Daniel will say, okay, good night from Dublin. Okay, wow. Good night. Thank you so much. Mr. Daupa Daniel said, I felt if Obi ran under PDP, he will win, possibly by landslide. Absolutely. You see, this thing you said now, I have to explain it. Because when you said P2B run under PDP, he will win. The only reason why you said he will win, not because he did not won the 2023 presidential election, is because PDP have more structure to protect votes. I was talking about how to protect votes. That was the mistake P2B made in 2023. He had the vote, he had the victory, but he was unable to protect his victory. So that was the problem there. Voice Cover School said, please read my question above. Oh, let me go back to it. Sorry. I didn't see it in there. Maybe there was a question. Okay, I'm sorry, but I think Reno is useless. Is that the question? I've answered it. Then the one NDY wrote was restricted. I don't know. Please, you can ask the question again. Okay. Godwin Osifu, good evening. He said, I'm confused. Why are you confused? Please ask your questions. Don't be confused. There is nothing to be confused about. Tiffany say hi. So welcome to this live broadcast. If you are just joining, we are talking about, the political situation in Nigeria. We have talked about Tinubu's 1 year in office, that Tinubu did absolutely nothing. And I was trying to explain to people what 1 year in office means, because a lot of people don't know the meaning of 1 year in office. Every president has 2 years to function, because in their third year, they will be preparing for primary election. In their fourth year, they will be preparing for general election. So if Tinubu did not act now, there is nothing he can do. His first year is his best year. So I'm telling everyone now, this year from 2023 to 2024 of Tinubu is the best year. So get ready for the worst. I am not wishing him wrong. I'm not wishing him bad, but that is what we have been experiencing. I'm talking from history. I'm talking from experience. As bad as Buhari was, Buhari's first term was so good. People were saying Buhari's effect, because as he just comes in, he was trying to do that. He's a good president. But come on, we are not seeing that with Tinubu. Tinubu messed up everything. Look at the rate of Naira. What has he done good? So I was challenging those who are supporting Tinubu. We are friends. We are one Nigeria. But if you can tell me one thing good that Tinubu has done in this first year, I will give you 10,000 right now. Not later. Just one thing. Tell me one thing Tinubu has done good since he assumed office as the president. I will give you 10,000. Absolutely nothing. This man came to continue wasting the years Buhari have wasted. After the 8 years, we are into the ninth year. We are going into the 10th year. When you waste 10 years of your life, you know what it means? So you people are imagining why inflation, why food is cost in Nigeria, why there is no job. Someone is wasting your 10 years. So Tinubu must go down. This man. Anyway. So APC is a mess. PDP left Naira at 200. Yes, official rate of PDP was 200 and something. Yeah, that was where they left it. Buhari came, he promised that 1 Naira will be $1, and he took it to 700. Buhari came, boom, he took it to 1.5. So that is what we're experiencing, but we'll continue to press, we'll continue to push harder, because if you keep quiet, after you, your children will continue from where you stop. So I am not ready for my children to be facing all these things we are facing today. So that is the situation. So I am asking this question to so many people who supported the APC federal government during this past 2023 general election. Is this the government you people chase people out of Lagos? The government you messed up with your friends? Maybe you had a 30 years friendship with your friend, 40 years friendship with your friend. Some persons have, even some persons, their girlfriend and their boyfriend, they quarreled. Husband and wife quarreled. Is this the government you people quarreled for? Is this the government you lost your precious friend for? Is this the government you were chasing people, saying, here is my own city, you have to go to your place to vote? Is this government you people fought for? No, it doesn't worth it. It doesn't worth it. Come on. You fought for fuel to increase, right? You fought for Naira devaluation. You fought for all this mess. If I am in your position, I will be ashamed of myself. I will be ashamed of myself, because come to think of it, what have you done? See, if I support any candidate and the candidate fail, I will be like one of the most shameful person, because it will be that I made a mistake. It will be like I have never, done something good to my people. Because if you support somebody that failed, you are an accomplice. You fought people, you do all sort of things. On the polling unit, if you are not voting for APC, if you are not voting for Tinubu, leave here. Is this the government you people did that thing for? It's so shameful anyway. It's so shameful. Please ask your questions. Ask your questions. You can write it. Message retracted. I don't know. So that is the political situation in Nigeria. So 2027 is going to be another Voice Cover School says, let me refrain my questions. Okay, thank you for doing that. So most people didn't vote for Tinubu. Okay, we know what he will do again. Thugs, military, INEC, judiciary, and all. What can be done differently in 2027? Thank you. This is a very good question. I think I have touched this question from the beginning of the broadcast. A lot of people are saying Tinubu is the president. There is no need to go for an election. There is no need to do all those things because Tinubu is going to use the judiciary, is going to do this. Let me tell you the truth. If P2B used a party that was rooted like PDP or APC in 2023, he's supposed to be in Aso Rock now. So the mistake we made is not military. Military have been compromising. It's not INEC. INEC have been compromising right from time, even PDP time. INEC have been compromising. Our judiciary is nothing to write about. Our judiciary have been compromising. So these are not the mistakes that we made. The mistake that we made is not having the ability to protect our vote. Is it not someone that switched the beavers off? You might say it is the INEC, right? Very good. And that is why you should not criticize P2B for making this move he is making. For making that move. If Atiku was winning, they will not switch off the beavers. So there are some alignment that must take place. Not because P2B want those people to give him vote. P2B don't have problem of vote. It is the problem of protecting vote. So that is what I was trying to explain. That people should not criticize P2B's movement now. People should not criticize his, going to meet some certain people, having a deal with them. Yes, when it is zone to north, I will support you people. So they have to support P2B now. And if P2B did not win, they are not going to get the support at all. They won't get the support. So their mandate now is to deliver P2B. And there is something strange. Recently, I joined TikTok and I was posting. So some persons reached out to me. They reached out to me. Unfortunately, I don't understand Hausa language. These people, their TikTok is getting to 1 million followers. They only use Hausa language. And their TikTok is all about mobilization for Mr. P2B for good governance. So I said, if these people are serious about this, what are we doing? Meaning people from the south, southwest, east, we are just playing because these people already understood what happened. They said they lied to them about P2B. They lied to them about Muslim candidate. And I am happy because of the way things are going. Because everybody can now see that it's not what you think. It's not what you voted for. It's not all about tribalism. It's not all about religion. It's all about competence, character, and capacity. That is what it is. So, when Buba Galadima, when they were interviewing him, Adeswa was interviewing him, Adeswa told him Nigerians are hungry. He said, let them die. It is their fault. That man, many people are saying what he said was not right. But for me, I think the man was angry too. So, it is their fault. Look at insecurity going on, abduction. When they adopted Chibok girls during Goodluck Jonathan, everywhere there was problem. The hair was loosed. Chibok girls was 250 something. But let me tell you the truth. Since Tinubu assumed office, more than 600 people have been adopted from school. Who is talking about it? So what are you telling me? Voice over School says, so how can PO protect his vote when he is not in power? You don't need to be in power to protect your vote. You don't need to be in power to protect your vote. To protect your vote, let me tell you, see in the southeast, you see P2B won all the whole state. That is how it's supposed to be in some of the western states. That is how it's supposed to be in the middle belt and challenging states in the north. Now, the reason why it is like that in the southeast is because nobody can stand working against PO in the southeast. You can't work against him, but there were people who were working against him in the north. Like Yahya Bello leaked a secret, says he knows how they wrote, one governor wrote presidential election result. They wrote it for me to tell you what is going on. Now, so this alignment and the state they wrote the election result was a PDP state, not even APC. It wasn't APC that wrote it. It was PDP that wrote it and cancelled P2B results. So that is the reason why P2B in this alignment. So it is an alignment he's doing just to protect his vote. I have been saying it time without number that the problem of Mr. P2B is not to get vote. It is to protect his votes. It is to protect his votes. Afrotech man, good evening. Say, can you please enlighten us of P2B's core achievement when he was governor for 8 years? Yes, I will be glad to do that. Now, these are the achievements of P2B when he was governor And I was able to know this because Anambra is a neighboring state to my state. It came from Delta State. So, first of all, Peter B is the first man that started the dualization of 6 roads. What is it called? 6, I don't know how to put it, 6 roads in one carriageway in Onitsha. He excellently did well to the extent that when this present governor, Soludo, was campaigning, Soludo was using Peter B's achievement to campaign. When it comes to road, he builds road. Now, when Peter B became governor of Anambra State, the whole school in Anambra State, almost the whole school, it was in a bad shape, in a bad form. Some of the schools have been abandoned. Peter B revived every school in Anambra State. He revived every school. He is the one that built borehole in almost every school. He bought computer in every school. He put internet in every school. Anambra went from 14th position to number 1 in NECO and WAEC during Mr. Peter B. He did this single-handedly. You can go to on Twitter handle of WAEC. It's still there, but the video is not there. You can see where they praise Peter B. WAEC praising a governor for making it happen. These are his achievements. Peter B transformed healthcare in Anambra. Up to today, if Peter B is sick, he will go to Anambra and receive medical treatment because he invested in them. And right from that time till now, education in Anambra has been excellent. When Peter B assumed office as a governor, there were all this insecurity, though it was not that much. But he handled insecurity in a way that everything was so nice, so calm. Now, when Peter B assumed office, you see this contract they used to award. They will be awarding contract, all those things. Peter B stop it. If the road is 1 million, you are going to use 1 million to tie that road. They impeach him. He went back to court. He won the impeachment. He turned as a governor. Started doing it again. They impeach him again. You know what they were impeaching him? He did not agree for them to partake in corruption. They will tell him that we are going to do Governor's Lodge. We are going to renovate Governor's Lodge with 400 million. Peter B will tell them, no, don't worry. What are you going to change? Table? That table, I can manage it. This bed, I can use it. What they're supposed to use 400 million to renovate, Peter B was using 40 million to renovate it. That was his crime. And court says you can't impeach this man because of this. So Peter B is the only man that was impeached 2 times and returned to power because you don't have any reason you're impeaching him. So this man's track record, when he was a governor, president was calling him, come and be in my economic team. Peter B was the MD of Fidelity Bank. Up to today, his investment in Fidelity Bank is so much that people are still saying Peter B owns Fidelity Bank. But he's a man that he has never been indicted. Those who impeach him sponsor a false note on Pandora paper. They sponsor a lot of things. Peter B is also the man that used his neck to go there and told them, do you have any question? This is what they wrote. This is what they wrote. Look at the evidence. Go and verify it. Like now, Yaya Bello is running Hetaskata. He was unable to come to EFCC because anyone who is coming must come with a clean hand. So when people are talking about what Peter B did when he was a governor, there is nothing he did not do. He's the only man that was going. He left billions of dollars, billions in euro, billions in naira. When Obiano assumed office, I saw Obiano telling Governor Ishaku of Adamawa Binasarawa that Peter B left money he used to build airport. Now, governors will live with loan. They will live with empty states. But Peter B left money. Now, and Soti was the CEO, the MD of Diamond Bank when Peter B was a governor. And Soti was telling us last month here that Peter B's investment in Anambra has not matured. That some of them matured 2023. So Ludo have cashed out. He did not tell anybody. That some of them will mature 2027. This is what a governor did for his state. But other governors were embezzling. Have you ever seen any place where they say, oh, this man, Peter B, he's been indicted, and he's still walking free? So when we are talking about this man, it's not because we have anything in common with him. Kenneth Okorodu says, PO never took and never accepted to receive any pension as past governor of Anambra. That is the addition of it. Tinubu as a president is still receiving pension from Lagos. What a pity. But Peter Obi, right from the time he left Anambra, has never touched any money like pension. He refused to take. Where can you see a man like this? The first, I never know Peter Obi's achievement well before. It was Reno Mokri that told us that Peter Obi was so good. I started knowing Peter Obi's achievement through Reno Mokri. Reno Mokri was telling us that if Peter Obi becomes president, that Nigeria would be like Dubai. It was Reno Mokri that told us. It was Reno Mokri that was telling us then, 2020 here is not far, that Peter Obi is my leader. I must follow his footsteps. That is the only man I see without corruption. It was Reno Mokri that was even exposing Peter Obi, giving people. So that was why when he changed, started calling Peter Obi bad name, his followers told him, no, you can't play us like this. That was how his followers came against him. And he was saying that it was obedience that came against him. But it was his followers, because you can't continue to manipulate people and you expect people not to be against you. Mr. Gani Bati say, what is your E? Please, I do not understand that question. What is your E? If you can refrain the question, I will be happy to respond to it. Okay, Mr. Felix Ade says, issues between Fubara versus Wike is in the interest of Tinubu. In fact, there is hand of Tinubu and APC in it behind the scene. Or to wrestle down the political power of Wike as they prepare for 2027. Every political battle, you're supposed to know it's a political interest. So I believe what you are saying, and I agree with you, that the APC have interest. Do you remember what Tinubu told Fubara when he called him to come to his office in Aso Rock? Tinubu told him, the people from PDP who defected to the APC, they are a newborn baby. You must leave them in APC, a president, knowing that it's against constitutional provision. And now those people are suffering it. So the people of Rivers are not like people of other states. So you see Ijaw people in Rivers, Ijaw people in Delta, Ijaw people in Bayelsa. When you hear about Ijaw people, they are not like Igbos, Yorubas, or Hausa. So they don't know president. You see Fubara. Fubara don't used to talk. It is Wike that made Fubara to start talking. Before they talk, they have done it. The day Fubara told those assembly members, you do not exist, the following day they stop existing. So Wike is not an Ijaw man. And Wike understood that he can't fight Fubara to the end. You see, Rivers people won't agree. Instead, they will close that state. They will turn it upside down. It was Tinubu yesterday, let me tell you this, in case of you don't know. It was Tinubu yesterday that called Abdul Sadami and Bishop Kuka for them to come and go and beg Fubara and let them settle it. So these people are trying to use diplomatic means. But you know what? Fubara now is not in charge again. Rivers people are in charge. Rivers people won't allow Fubara to do that. You see, Rivers people, they won't allow Fubara to do that. If Fubara did it, he will regret it, because there is nothing like the power of the people. So the people are with Fubara. That is why with three lawmakers now, he is piloting the affairs of Rivers State. And there is nothing you can do. There is nothing Wike can do. Rivers State not be Edo State. Rivers State not be Lagos State. Rivers State not be Castina. So you can't do anything. If soldiers take gun or police take gun, the job people will tell them that they are much better gun in Rivers there. Go and check their history. So all these things are political histories we must learn. That there is nothing APC can do to remove Fubara or to overturn everything that is going on in Rivers State. River people, they know they hear word though. So Mr. Felix Ade, I hope I answered your question quite well. So that is the political situation and things that are going on. So I'm using this opportunity to tell well-meaning Nigerians that the battle we refuse to fight today, definitely our children will grow up to fight it, of which that is not our mission, that is not our prayer, that what we are going through today, our family or our children will come out tomorrow and begin to experience this. No. So we will continue to do what we can do in our very best. According to Dino Manda, if you talk now, you will die. If you did not talk, you will die. So let us talk and die. But you know the most important thing, we are not going to die. We are not going to die. We'll make sure that we keep the momentum. And as I said, it is better you support someone that you will have peace than to support someone and you will be seeing the mess up. For example, INEC chairman, how will he be feeling now with the current situation of Nigeria? He'll be asking himself, is this the man I rigged the election for? I know that is what INEC chairman will be asking himself. Is this man I rigged the election for? People can't buy fuel again. People can't do this again. Teachers can't even, your salary can't afford one bag of rice because of inflation. Is this government your people supported? So that is it. We need a good government. Both people who are fighting for secession, you need a good government. Both people who want good healthcare, you need a good government. Anything you need a good government. Another thing what people are saying P2B did not build any school. When they say it, I laugh. I laugh so much because people are so ignorant to not understand the meaning of school. A man who took the school from number 14 to number 1 in WAEC and NECO, he said he did not build school. What is school? If you categorize building to be school, he renovated the whole schools, put water, put internet, put laptop. We don't need more schools. We don't need more blocks. We don't need it. In my village, go and see abandoned classrooms, schools everywhere scatter. What are they doing with it? Let me tell you the truth. This is a top secret. The reason why people will abandon projects and continue to do a new one because they want to embezzle money. If they want to embezzle money, they will see that schools are spoiled. They're supposed to renovate it. There is no good road. They're supposed to put good roads in order. But they won't do that because they want big money. They will go and award another contract and leave the old one because they are corrupt. So if you see someone who is not corrupt, he will not be interested in building new roads. He will not be interested in building good schools, but he will make the whole roads to be okay. Make the schools, classrooms to be okay. What is the essence of building new schools? What is the essence of building good roads? What is the essence of building new things? Whereas the one that they have built lack maintenance. So it is time for Nigerians to begin to understand, if people are writing, oh, P2B did not build schools, what is the nature of school when he was the governor? Do you have boreholes, internet in your secondary schools? Absolutely no, you don't. So that is what we call school, not just the building. Let me respond to Kenneth Okorodo. Say military, INEC, and judiciary are already in panic mode because of 2027 election will never be taken for granted by well-meaning Nigerians. You see, it is important for us to understand the dancing step of the Northerners now. Northerners have never understand Nigerian like now. They now understand that all these things, all these years, they have been lying to us. Our religious leaders have been lying to us. Our politicians have been lying to us. You know why? They have sat. They thought about it. We had the president. We had the chief of army staff. We had the chief of naval staff. We had everything we're supposed to have. But we are being kidnapped. We are being raped. We are being this. We are being that. Everything was against them. So they started thinking, meaning all these things they are telling us is not the real thing. Let us look for someone who will be able to stop our problem. And that is 2027 election. Who will be able to stop our problem? Not, don't vote for this one that came from this. What have you done you yourself? They are saying it. Their governors, their government are not even doing anything for them. Someone like P2B is still going around doing all sort of things. So Nigerians are waking up. Nigerians are waking up. Mr. Felix said, thank you too. It's a good analysis. Thank you. Mr. Kennedy says, okay, I've read that. Okay. Voice Covers Good says, I doubt that INEC chairman will regret his actions. He doesn't look like a reasonable man. He believes his future and posterity is secured. They know the consequences but don't just care. Who told you that they don't care? It's like you didn't see the picture or the video of INEC chairman. Go and watch the video on Chinese television. You will see that the man has macheted, but I didn't say it's because of the causes of Nigerians' attention that made him to machete. I don't know. I'm just saying. But these people, they are still human beings, so they're still thinking about what is going on and the challenges that is happening. Who told you? Even people who voted P2B, people who voted Tinubu, They don't have rest of mind, talking less of someone who rigged the election, who switched off the INEC server and so on and so forth. They don't have the rest of mind. Just imagine you, if you are the one in the position of INEC chairman, how will you feel? You will be seeing your community now, they are being kidnapped. You'll be seeing your community, they can't buy food. And you remember that they rigged the election for someone. Kenneth Okorori says they kill NSD. Anyway, that is the situation. So ask your questions. We still have about 10 minutes for this broadcast. This is 12:48 Nigerian time. So we have been talking about Tinubu's 1 year in office that he has failed. And I made people to understand what 1 year in office means in Nigeria. When they're talking about that someone is 1 year in office, you know what that means. Meaning, after that 1 year, he has only 1 year. So this is the best year of Tinubu. This first year is the best year of Tinubu. That is how it is in every governance. The first year of every government is almost the best because they will put in their best strategy, their best things. So Tinubu has put in his best and the country is still like this. So let us see what is going to happen. Palm Heaven says, what will PO do differently? Okay, thanks for joining. I think I'll be glad to answer the question, but I have really talked about it before. What will P2B do differently? If he's the president, do you think he will do anything differently? Absolutely, yes. P2B will now award contract to the company that his son owns and inflate the contract. P2B will not share 250 million to each House of Assembly member and took his own. P2B will not share money to the office of the First Lady, 2 billion naira, office that does not exist in the Constitution. P2B will not build the legislature's garage for 6 billion. Why giving student loan 5 billion? The whole student loan 5 billion. But car park for legislatures, Tinubu is giving them 6 billion. Why is he giving them 6 billion? You know now, to shut their mouth up. The office of the vice president, they want to restructure it, they want to build a new one, 15 billion naira. The office of the secretary to the government of the federation to buy software, buy computer, renovate it, 15 billion naira. It will be won't do all these things. All this money are enough to increase the salary of workers or channel this money to education sector and declare a free education. It's enough. P2B will do this thing differently. P2B will turn Nigeria from consumption to production. If an Igbo man tells you that he's going to turn your state or your city from consumption to production, just take it as it is. That is why southeastern Nigeria is the lowest poverty rate in the whole sub-Saharan Africa, also West Africa. The southeastern state, before you come out and see someone that says, oh, I don't have a house, and he's an indigent, even from my area, south, like in Delta City, my community, you say you have somebody that is homeless, you can't see it. Because people are into many things. They do things, they produce things, they go to farm, they are self-sufficient. Nigeria needs Igbo man. Nigeria needs Igbo man. They have this kind of mentality that anywhere they enter, they have this business mindset and business strategy. Now, let me tell you, the oil Nigeria is getting every day. If P2B is the president, P2B will not sell half of it and use it to settle cabals. If I begin to tell you what is going on in your country, it will fold your hand. Nigerians don't know what is going on in their country. For Tinubu to open his mouth and say, if I have a blueprint, if I want to fight insecurity, if I want to fight corruption, they will kill me. Tinubu opened his mouth. People call him Almighty Tinubu. For him to say that, you should know that Nigeria is in the hand of strongholds. I believe I have touched some questions. There are a lot of things P2B will do differently, but I just, for the sake of clarity of our conversation, so that is why I just put in some things. I believe you understand, but you can still ask questions. We are just talking and responding to questions. So can you imagine they want to borrow pension again, pension fund? Definitely, Tinubu has been borrowing more than Buhari's regime. The rate at which this government is borrowing, but it's not their fault. As I said, sorry, the government is not producing. Government is not producing. What are they producing? See, the rate of production, if you go to like Aba or Nature, thank God for Lagos again. Lagos is a production state. Lagos, Ogun State. From Ikorodu to Ota in Ogun State, Ogijo side. I've been there. I've worked in African fundraise in Ogun State. So all those places are industrial area. Who does it? Obasanjo. Obasanjo did it. I know that Lagos have been industrial state right from the colonial era when Lagos was federal capital territory. Many offices are in Lagos. They are still in Lagos. But Obasanjo did excellently by industrializing Ogun State to Ikorodu. Obasanjo did extremely well. And if P2B becomes president, he will still do the same. He was talking about the northern Nigeria. What is happening to our gold? Nigeria have gold more than Ghana. Who is mining our gold? We have in Dubai where they sell Nigerian gold. They are selling Nigerian gold in Dubai. So it is time for us to start thinking out of the box. Something is wrong somewhere. We need a president like Mr. P2B. Now, P2B was talking about agriculture in the north. That north has a lot of land that only some state like Niger can feed the whole country. People think that he was joking or he was lying with statistics. And Tinubu was saying a statistic we go chop. Tinubu, how will you manage the dollar rate? He said your salary will not be in dollar. Don't worry about your dollar rate. And this is where we find ourselves. This is where we are. What will P2B do different? So these are the things that P2B will do differently. Mr. Kenneth Tokorodu, sorry for replying to you late. He says, the INEC chairman's spirit is down already. Check his psychology. He is down already, but I'm very sure that Tinubu will replace him with a Yoruba man probably next year. Watch out. You see, I was trying to explain this thing to you people. Next election, there is nothing INEC will do to sabotage the election. They not burn that person well. It's not because of P2B just switched to Labour Party. We did not prepare for election. We went to election. We won. They gave us only 6 million votes. It's because we did not prepare for election. P2B is preparing for 2027 election. He is preparing. P2B did not prepare for 2023 election. Everything was just scattered, boogering by everywhere. 7 months to election, defer to party that has no structure, that has nothing. It says, okay. Let's see what is going to happen anyway. Michael Poponda says, can you please explain to people that fixing Nigeria is not based on ethnicity? Absolutely, sir. That is what I've been explaining to them, that fixing Nigeria is not all about ethnicity. It's not all about ethnicity. For example, Igbos, they refuse to vote for their own person, Alex Ekweme. Ekweme and Obasanjo, they were going for presidency. Igbo people believe that Obasanjo will do better. They abandoned Ekweme, they voted for Obasanjo. So voting in Nigeria is not all about ethnicity. Now, people are using ethnicity to tell you don't vote for this, don't vote for that. After that, Yaradua has his highest vote from the southeast. He was from the north, but he has the highest vote from the southeast when it comes to percentage from each state. Igbos left their own, they voted for Yaradua. So it's not all about ethnicity. People should know the history of politics in Nigeria so that nobody will deceive you. So when people are telling you vote for P2B, it's not because P2B is from Southeast that is making people to tell you vote for him, or it's because he's a Christian. I'm just trying to give you some history. Now, during Goodluck and Jonathan, Igbos supported him. During Buhari, some part of Igbos supported him, some supported what is it called, Goodluck. Then when Atiku in 2019, Atiku did not have vote from the North. Atiku was, overwhelmingly voted for in the East because then P2B was his running mate. So voting in Nigeria has never been like this because someone who is coming out from the East now has the opportunity of winning the election. They want to tell you don't vote from people from the East. But people from the East, they don't bother who they wanted to vote for. I was telling people today that we were preparing for Osibanjo. We were preparing to support Osibanjo. But later, Tinubu denied him the ticket. Hadn't been Osibanjo was given APC ticket, people will still support Osibanjo against other political parties. So to tell you that people believe on individuals more than political party, people believe on individuals more than political parties. Says, can you please explain? Okay, I have done that. Nigerians are not ready yet. No, they are getting ready because they now understand that this kidnapping is their fault. This inflation is their fault, not just the fault of the government, because those people who are doing bad things are to be blamed. But the people you must blame most is those people who folded their hands and allow bad things to go on. And that is why the citizens of Nigeria should realize that what they are going through, that it is their fault. So what do you advise Mr. P2B to do now to have a chance of winning 2027? And definitely, the North is rooting for P2B, the East is rooting for P2B, the South, the Middle Belt. I don't know for the Southwest where Tinubu came from, but I know that Nigerians are yearning for P2B now. People don't know what is going on. So when you see P2B's movement, don't criticize it because he knows what he's doing. He must protect his vote. Having vote wasn't P2B's problem in 2023. He had the vote, but it was rigged against in my state. P2B won in my state too, but the gap was almost 700,000 votes. But it was rigged down to 300 and something thousand votes that they gave him that he used to win the state. So that is what we are talking about. So Nigeria is ready, but it needs to fight the stronghold. P2B is next. You will see what is going to happen 2027. The support that will come, because if Atiku, as he said yesterday, that he's not retiring from politics, you know what that means already. He must make sure P2B succeed for him to succeed. If P2B did not become president, Atiku can't become president. This is a political arithmetic that people must understand. So I believe in Osibanjo would have won. Osibanjo is a good person. No, good people don't win election. No. Good people don't win election in Nigeria. Believe me, good people don't win election. That is why P2B must be a little bit radical. Good people don't win election. If you are good, you won't win election in Nigeria. So I really thank everyone for joining this broadcast. This is already 101. Please, I think we can entertain one or two questions before we call it a day, before we come to the end of this broadcast. Every night we'll be having conversations like this and see what is going to happen. Now we are not supposed to be talking about politics. We are not supposed to be talking about election. We are not supposed to be talking about what is going to happen in 2027. But we are talking about it because it seems we are hopeless. It seems that nothing is working. It seems that Tinubu is no longer our hope, that there is nothing Tinubu will do to make Nigeria better. So we are now enrouting for 2027, looking for where there is hope. Where are we going to see? Where is our Savior going to come? Anyway, the importance of having good government can never be underrated. Even though you want to leave Nigeria, even though you want to succeed, you need a good government to do that. What is the crime of Sunday Igboho? Nothing. They chased him out of Nigeria before he came back. What is the crime of Nnamdi Kanu? What did he do wrong? Absolutely nothing he did to deserve all this. Because we are talking about government that respects rule of law. The government that will be able to stand for the people. Mr. Eke says, but when you look at the Yorubas, they really don't care about the situation of Nigeria. I don't believe you, sir. No, they care. The Yoruba people care about Nigeria. They care. They care almost more than every other tribe. Forget about what is going on. They care. Majority of them care. Majority of them want to succeed. Don't you see what happened last month or last 2 months where they declared Yoruba independent and wanted to take over the Oyo State government house? They care. They set up Amotokun. They care. So every tribe care. There are people that cares in every tribe. JTD says, what demand do we need to do of INEC to prevent what happened in 2023? Yes, I have said that. I said that is the reason why P2B is making his movement now. That if Atiku had won how P2B was winning 2023 election, nobody would dare switch off the INEC server. They would turn Nigeria upside down. Or if someone like Tinubu were winning, you switch off INEC server. So P2B is now making alignment and realignment. He wants to do some certain things, and people shouldn't criticize his movement because he knows what he's doing. P2B knows the game he's playing. He knows what really happened in the 2023 election. He don't want that to happen again. He said God prepared serious followers before Jesus came. Now people understand the importance of PO. From the north to south, east to west, everyone now understands the importance of PO. There's no one that doesn't understand the importance of P2B. Tomorrow I'll be sharing with you the platforms. I know a lot of my followers don't understand Hausa language, but I will be sharing these platforms that are mobilizing for P2B ahead. They don't speak English. Their platform is going to 1 million followers. They don't speak English. They are already working in silence. You see P2B moving to the north, doing also all those things. The Hausa people, they are asking questions. Buhari was president. We have the chief of army staff. We have everything that we wanted. But they are still kidnapping us. They are still doing all sorts of evil against us. We are still hungry. People are asking questions. People are asking questions. If all these things happen and we are still hungry, so what is the need? What is the need? So they really realize that things are absolutely wrong, that Nigeria must be taken seriously. We must rescue Nigeria from all these leaders. And the earlier we do it, the better for us. Okay, Mr. Okeke said, look at those Yorubas living abroad that support Tinubu still yet don't understand the situation of Nigeria. Everyone who is supporting Tinubu is because of what they are benefiting from Tinubu. Their support for Tinubu is not based on their own conscience. It's because of what they are benefiting. They are benefiting some things that is making them to support Tinubu. So I do not blame them anyway, but it's so bad. It's so bad that people will see your people are suffering and you will not call a spade a spade. I'm not against anyone supporting anyone. Anyone you want to support, yes, support anyone you want to support. But know that the people who are kidnapping your parents, it is your fault. The hunger in the land, it is your fault. Anything happening in Nigeria, it is your fault. So I blame government little because those who fold their hands and allow everything to happen, they are to be blamed. It can't happen. Since 1999, in my state, PDP has been winning. When it comes to Delta State, you can't talk about any other state. But P2B won the presidential election because the people made up their mind that it is P2B or nothing. So I believe the power of mind. I believe that when people say this thing must be done, it must be done. Say Hausa supported Tinubu more than Yoruba in last election. So yes, it is undisputed in last election. Hausa people supported Tinubu because they lied to them. And that is what they are saying, that they lied to them. You understand? That is what they are saying, that they lied to them, that they told them that Muslim ticket will do this. But what they are saying is contrary to what they have been promising. What they promised then is different. If we have president, things will go well. They had the president, Buhari, nothing went well. If we have this, it will go well. If we have Muslim ticket, it will go well. But nothing is working. Absolutely nothing. Good morning, Vive Njoko, Abi Vivian Njoko, you wanted to write. Okay. The current PDP chairman is a stooge to Wike and co. How then do you think the Wike faction will allow Obi to be their flag bearer, except Atiku and his faction will merge with another party? You know what you wrote. You know what you wrote. And what you wrote, I think someone must have whispered this to you. Someone told you what you wrote, Mr. Njoko. Someone told you what you wrote. Because that is the basis of the article supporting P2B. Because there is a crisis, internal crisis in PDP. Wike faction, they don't have people. They are just few. They don't have voters. They don't have states. They don't have people supporting them. But they are just cabal. They are powerful and ready to destroy PDP. And they will not allow Atiku to get the ticket. So what they are doing now, Atiku saw everything and said, no, I must support P2B. Forget what you are seeing on social media. Atiku have made up his mind that he is going to support P2B because P2B did not become president. Atiku is not nearing Asorok. He said yesterday that he is not retiring. He said if God keep him alive, that he will become president of Nigeria tomorrow. You know his mission? That let me support P2B. When P2B becomes president, when they want to zone to the north, P2B will remember that I support him, he will support me. That is the political calculation that they are doing. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Shola. Say, guy, go and rest. Nigeria game is a way beyond our imagination. You are just trying to make publicity. Hope you don't chop. I don't chop. Oh. I'm not just trying to make publicity. I'm talking realities out of issue, Mr. Yaya. So you're just a joker. Good evening. So if you take my words to be joke, no problem, oh, my brother. There is no problem about that. But it's not a joke. It's not a joke. What I'm telling you is the reality. What I'm telling you is the reality. There is no two ways about that. You know, when you see the issue, when you see things happening in Nigeria, I wonder why people don't understand the pains Nigerians are going through. I wonder why people don't understand the importance of government. Go to country to have good government. Look at what is going on. Just step away from Lagos and go to Cotonou, Benin Republic. After moving from Benin Republic is not up to the population of Lagos. And the landmass there is not even up to Lagos. After going to Cotonou, return to Nigeria and see the difference. And you will know that we don't have a country. Imagine Atiku supporting P2B. Well, I think that is the political game that people are not seeing. But let's see what is going to happen. Say how. Well, the how is what is going to unfold when and where. I think you will still write where. Okay, Mr. Yaya Shonda, you know, Atiku said it by himself. After meeting P2B, a lot of people have been asking him questions. He said they play. I'm not playing, A lot of people have been asking him questions. What is the essence of the meeting with P2B? P2B meeting the top PDP politicians. What is going on? Atiku said if supporting P2B in 2027 will be the mind of the PDP, that he is going to do that. But what he said is beyond his resolution. He has made up his mind that he's going to support P2B. And it's going to be. Let's watch and see. Say PDP and Labour Party merge will be the best. Most APC members will move to that merger. Absolutely, yes. Let me tell you something. You know Buhari have been using CPC to contest for presidency. He never won. But what happened? When he merged with AC, they formed it to APC. That was when they won Goodluck Jonathan. So, okay, say the hypocrisy in Yoruba is destroying Nigeria. Anyway, I don't believe that hypocrisy is only in one tribe. Every tribe, opposed of them, what he is doing, is it not hypocrisy? So every tribe in Nigeria have hypocrites. See, me and you, we are not the issue. The problem we have is our politicians. You people, we are brothers, we are sisters. I don't care to know the tribe you come from. I'm from Delta State. If you're from Sokoto, you are my brother. If you're from Imo, you are my brother. You are from South, you are my brother. You are from Yorubanda, you are my brother. The problem we have are these politicians. And these people we are fighting for. You see, Tinubu, Atiku, all these people, when they still come to their level, they are not quarreling, They will be using you to fight your brother. They will be using you to fight your sister. But when it comes to that level they are not quarreling. These people are one. Stop fighting for politicians unnecessary. For me, I talk reality out of issues. I criticize government when necessary. So it is not all about individual or tribal things, no. So that is why I don't call people's name. I can't say Hausa people are bad, Igbo people are bad, Fulani people are bad, Yoruba people are bad. But specifically, individuals are bad. In every tribe, we still have bad people. So that is it. Who is answering in the mosque? You see, we don't have a ruler. Okay, if we don't have a ruler, we have people who are punisher. Now, absolutely, their politicians are punishers, so they are really punishing us seriously. Marvin does Abraham say, yeah, it's not possible. It's not possible. Okay, you are asking whether it's not possible that Atiku will support P2B. The greatest Atiku's regret was not supporting P2B in 2023 because he believed that he is going to win the presidential election. he believed that all those Southeast, PDP used to win Southeast before. So he believed that he's going to win the election in the Southeast. Everything is going to be as before. But when they were calling results, PDP has never won Lagos, but P2B won Lagos. They call Abuja P2B won. They call Plateau P2B won. Nasarawa P2B won. They know that this game is changing. Edo P2B won. Delta State P2B won. Bayelsa, Anambra, all the whole East, P2B was winning. They know that, oh, this game is changing, and this game has changed. So, this is not a matter of funny. P2B is making the right move. We are not going to criticize his move. He knows what he's doing. I'm interested in the candidate. So anywhere P2B go, I'm going to support him. Because I was ready to support Osibanjo. Hadn't been APC gave Osibanjo ticket. I love that man, and I believe in the capacity of that man. When he was acting president for 1 week, Nigeria was shaking. APC is useless, top to bottom. Of course, it's a useless political party that has no relevance. See, Nigeria needs Russia intervention for a game changer. Russia can enter Nigeria as advisors, scatter everything around the country. Well, that is your opinion. I think you have the reason why you are saying it, but I don't believe any foreign country will come to Nigeria and make our country to be better. Our problem must be solved by ourselves. The problem of Nigeria is the Yoruba, said by the Yoruba. Sometimes I don't like talking about tribe. I like talking about people individually. I know why I do that, because I believe in every tribe there are good people, in every tribe there are bad people, in every tribe there are worse people. So no matter any tribe you go, you will see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we are one. Even people in Ghana, we are brothers with Ghana, we are brothers with, as far as we are Africans, I believe we are one. Njoku says, Wike and Damagu, who is Damagu, are committed to Tinubu's project till 2031. This is, if this cabal, in PDP can successfully retain this set of ESCO, nobody should take them for granted. Absolutely. That is the reason why Atiku is making move. But this is not time we're supposed to be talking about all these political issues. So Atiku is making that move because he knows that Wike is already a bad roadblock to him. Wike is a bad roadblock to Atiku right now. So Atiku and his people will make sure they support P2B. After P2B, there is a political calculation that people will not understand now, but time will reveal everything. May God keep us alive to understand what we are saying. He said, how you they hear wisdom? Okay. If you cannot be allowed to vote peacefully in some region, then how can you vote in your choice? Now, in the northern part of Nigeria, in the next election 2027, nobody will stop you from voting for P2B. Take my word to the bank. Write it down, put it on your wall. You will remember that I said this. Nobody will stop you not to vote for any ballot P2B is. They did it in 2023. They stopped people from voting for P2B in Lagos. They stopped people, but in 2027, it can still happen in Lagos. I don't doubt it. People can still stop you not to vote for P2B in Lagos, but it's not going to happen in the northern part of Nigeria. It's not going to happen in the south, in the middle belt, in the east. It's not going to happen. The game will change in 2027. And just say, do you think the northern allies will not reason it that Tinubu has only one term before power comes back to the north? Why would they support a new southern candidate? Yes, that is a deal. I talk about the deal P2B is having with Atiku and all these northerners. But it's not everything that we're supposed to talk in social media. So it's not everything that is in social media. So there is a plan for one-term presidency already. But after that one-term presidency, something good will continue to happen. And this guy, he did insult Yoruba for this comment. I got the information. Sorry for that. Anybody insulting anybody, please don't do that. We are brothers. These politicians are our enemy. We are not the enemies of ourselves. We all are good. In every tribe, we have the good people, we have the bad, we have the ugly. We are one. Politicians are our problem. When they are playing Africa Cup of Nations, you see Nigeria will unite. When it comes to music, Nigeria will unite. But when it comes to politics, they will divide us. We should have sense. They are our problem. We are not rivals. The Hausa and Fulanis are not the problem. The Igbos and the Bibios, the Benis, the Shekiris, the Jaws, the Yorubas, we are not the problem. We are not the problem. The problem is our leaders. Why is it that if they are playing Africa Cup of Nations, you don't have any tribe? Why? Why is it that if Davido releases music, everybody will love it? If Odumeje releases, everybody will love it. If Never releases, everybody will love it. If Burna Boy releases, they will know that Burna Boy is from River State. Everybody will love it. But when it comes to politics, they will divide us. So me and you, we are not the problem. The earlier we understand this, the better. Me and you, we are just suffering. Buying fuel at the high rate. These politicians are not buying fuel. They are using your money to feed themselves. So we should understand our common enemy. These people are not. Me and you, we are not the problems of ourselves. So let us not continue to maybe do rivalry because of what all those politicians do. Let me tell you, Atiku and Tinubu, tomorrow you can see Tinubu and P2B. They will be laughing. People will be here trying to drag each other because of them. You understand? So please let us understand that. Okay, so thank you for preaching the good work. May God continue to bless you. Thank you. I think we can call it a day. Thank you so much, everyone who have spent your time. You're supposed to be sleeping, but you are awake. We are talking to each other. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your messages, your contributions. I will see you tomorrow by the same time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Mr. Abi Sondosi, this brother gets it. Please, we have discussed a lot of things. This is getting to 2 hours. So I believe maybe after this live session, you can go back and watch it. It's an interesting live section. Please kindly go back to watch it again. See, I know that many descendants of Yorubas voted for Obi, but the same zone chased Igbos away from voting in the. It's not zone. There are some persons that did that. There are some persons that chase people not to vote for P2B. It is not the Yorubas. If it is the Yorubas, P2B will not win Lagos. If it is the Yorubas, P2B will not win Lagos. The Yorubas are good people. The Igbos are good people. The Hausas are good people. But they are some bad elements they are using to divide us. Okay? Good night, everyone. May God bless us. I've subscribed. I will be here to watch your live videos tomorrow. Okay, God bless you, Abi. Thank you, JTD. I really appreciate your gift of $2. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good night, everyone. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll discuss all these interesting topics. So tomorrow, I'll be sharing this platform with you. Of if you're on TikTok, if you understand Hausa, you can join them. These people are really mobilizing for P2B for 2027. But those platforms, they are not speaking English. So what time are you coming online tomorrow? Okay, I will start the online like 30 minutes to midnight or midnight. That is around 12 in the midnight. So that is the time I'm going to start it. Thank you so much. So I'll share the platform for you tomorrow. These people, they don't speak English, they speak Hausa and all. So if you understand Hausa, you understand the platform. These people are mobilizing for P2B, comes 2027. What they are preaching to their people now is that they have lied to them, time without number. That they have lied to them. Okay, I'm there today. See you tomorrow. All right, we talk tomorrow, guys. Thank you all. God bless you all. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow.